Everybody, Raven fans, Oriole fans, thank you to our initial post-game reaction video to our Ravens and Seahawks game that we just had. Finished at M&T Bank. Hallelujah, it finished early. No penalties, not a lot of resistance. Look at that, 37-3. Thank God for the Ravens after the Terps yesterday. Looking like they did. So 37-3, Ravens actually win this game very, very, very easily. So what happened today? This was supposed to be a heavyweight fight, and we got one heavyweight and one cruiserweight today. The Ravens were the heavyweight and the Seahawks were the cruiserweight. Seahawks didn't have anything for Lamar Jackson at all. Lamar, I think he had not a great first two series. And then after that, that was all it. It was over. Ravens generally basically ran the ball down their throat today. What was it? 298 it was total. That's just incredible. This was one of the best defenses in the entire league. And they had, 298 total on the ground. Due part to Keaton Mitchell. Here's a guy who undrafted free agent, didn't play in the beginning of the years, and I think probably he won time today away from Justice Mitchell. Away from Justice Hill, who fumbled again today in the game. So I don't know what this is going on with him and Lamar Jackson as far as fumbling, but every time they run that RPO, they're fumbling the football. That's overstating. Not every time they do it, but I've seen it so many times. That's usually who it is when it's going on. It's usually Justice Hill and them goofing this up somehow. Lamar, come on. You got 10 fumbles in the season, having an MPP season, but all these fumbles. Now, you didn't need it in this one. You haven't needed a lot of games. Defense has been great. He's been great. He's been able to make up for it. You get in these close games later in the year, these fumbles are going to cost you. So that is definitely a concern. If there was a concern today about anything as far as the fumbles. So they are not securing the football in this one. Let's get that banner going. Got to do business. But this was good all around by the Ravens today. I don't think there was a lot to actually complain about on defense. It was fantastic again. Offensively, let's stick with the offense before we talk defense. Offensively, I could absolutely see their strategy. They Witherspoon and Tariq Wooten on the defense for Seattle. Their strategy was kind of stay away from those guys. Those guys were elite guys. I noticed that all game. More Andrews, more Isaiah Likely, more slot. Even the guys today, Beckham had his best game by far. They basically stayed inside. They didn't want to go outside and deal with those great corners that the Seahawks have and actually throw the ball down the field that way. So they kept a lot of stuff short when they did run it. Lamar had a good day running the football. Look, stat came up. Lamar is leading the league as far as for quarterbacks, as far as rushing the football. Now, that doesn't seem – now somebody might say, well, that's not a surprise. But it just seems like he's run the ball a lot less this year. Not these long, sustained run, not a lot of this automatic stuff. It seems like only here and there he's been running the ball. He had a couple big runs today. That run when he ran away from Mafe, the defensive end, that was very impressive, where the guy almost had him from the backside. Lamar had to show his speed, really get away from a really fast guy. So that was very, very impressive what happened today. So really no complaints from the offense at all. They kind of stayed away. I could tell you, though, they definitely – I don't know if he'll say this. If they'll say this. Their clearly strategy was to stay away from those corners. Defense has been fantastic, and it's been fantastic all year. I think their teams are not running the ball at all. Here's a name I haven't said. Michael Pierce has been fantastic. I really thought that Travis Jones, with the way he played and Pierce's injury history and all that other stuff, he was going to kind of supplant Michael Pierce. And Michael Pierce has really held his own, really been solid today. He had the batted ball and knocked it down. He's running off he's been really good all year long. So Pierce has been fantastic. Michael Pierce has been fantastic. Matabuke, again, with another sack. He's just making himself more money with each one. Geno Stone, who's not even starting for you, technically speaking, again today. Marcus Williams unable to go at the start. And what did he do today? He went ahead and he got his NFL leading 6th INT, dominant all the way from start to finish from the Ravens again. Really no concerns on defense as well. Kyle Van Noy has been quite a story. Here's a guy, he's the anti-Javian Clowney, okay? Not the athletic guy that Clowney is. I get on Clowney's case sometimes because as good as an athlete is, everybody oohs and ahs. He's in the backfield and then he misses the tackle and he's standing. No. Van Noy is the opposite. Go straight from point A to point B, takes the guy down, fundamentally down, next play. Did it again, had the strip sack, fundamentally down, next play. That's more what you're getting from Van Noy. Van Noy basically was a guy they almost didn't bring in, and he has been fantastic as well. Marcus Williams, it's going to be more and more of a question the more interceptions Geno Stone gets getting. How much is Marcus Williams even going to play once Geno Stone, with the way Geno Stone's playing? I don't see how you can give a lot less time to Geno Stone at this point. It'll be interesting considering how good Marcus Williams is and how much played. But Geno Stone, I mean, every Sunday he's getting you an interception. I don't see how you sit him down for any long stretch and free safety when he's doing this every week. So that's just unbelievable. Off season, we will see. He's obviously made himself a lot of money here as well. The announcing was a lot better too. I thought, obviously getting Jim Nantz and Romo here was much better as far as the announcing. It was awful last week, those two guys. And I think a lot of you fans are not used to the Z team announcers because the Ravens have been such a good team, usually getting like a Nantz and Romo or Ian Eagle or Charlton, more seasoned guys. You're not used to getting the Z team like an Arizona, a bad team, and then they kind of say you're the Z team announcer. So announcing was much better. I thought they did fantastic today in all phases, obviously, and they were successful getting the job done against a good Seattle team. Next week, they're going to play Cleveland. This is going to be Cleveland, and I'm not sure that game is over yet, but Cleveland, this could be for first place in the North. Cleveland, really, this division, the entire division's over 500 is going to be at or over 500 when this day is over. A little bit about Seattle. Seattle, I kind of feel the way I did here with the Lions. I don't think too much less of Seattle. This was just a good old butt kicking today. They didn't have it. NFC teams are really, really struggling against Lamar Jackson. They can't. There's nothing they can do with Lamar. I mean, that's just the bottom line of that. Like with Lamar, they don't see it, and he's just one of a kind. He's one of one. There's nobody that's going to run the ball that's going to outrun linebackers like him. There's nobody where you can get 250 yards on the ground. There's nobody, and that's what it was today. So I don't think too much less of the Seahawks today. The run stopping just wasn't there. Leonard Williams, I thought it was an issue. That's why they brought in Leonard Williams. He didn't play a lot today. He just got there. So I don't. If I'm the Seahawks, despite the score, not too worried. Although they do have a tough stretch coming in. That is about it for this edition of our instant reaction. So let's get the score up again after this. Ravens 37, Seahawks 3. Had it all the way. Not close. We will see you tomorrow for our Maryland basketball preview and our weekly podcast. This information was informative to you and you like it, like and subscribe. to all of our social media content. Definitely go to our website, raverysports.company.site, and definitely check us out. Our notary business in the Shenandoah Valley area, Genesis Notary Services. So definitely you can book type on Facebook or on Google. Definitely you can do that. Thank you very much for joining us today with the Ravery Sports Edition podcast post game of the Ravens over the Seattle Seahawks. Got to end with the New World Order there. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you this week on our Maryland basketball preview.